Too many of our young people across the United States are growing up without role models who are investing the time and the care to really nurture them towards the success and achievement. Too many kids in this country are actually raising themselves.
When I grew up, just to speak to a personal experience, if I said, I'm really interested in space, there were 1,000 people that said to me, let's go figure out who you can connect with. For families that are trying to figure out how to get through the next hour, that's not the same luxury.
Much of Encore's work rests on research about children who had mentors and kids who didn't over an 18-month period. There was a 46% difference in kids starting to use drugs, a 50% difference in school truancy, and a 33% difference in violent behavior. So mentoring matters.
Whether you're in an urban community affected by violence and poverty, or whether you're in a rural community where you're dealing with methadone or heroin addiction among your young people, people at all stages of life are seeing what's happening to young people of this generation, and they want to be involved.
Older people are a key resource for the next generations.
Inherently, we all want to gain wisdom, gain advice, and lies ahead. Being able to have people in our lives who've been through the darkness, who've emerged at a point where they can look back and say, this is how I was, this is what you can take from what I experienced. That opportunity is always something that a young person seeks at some point in their lives.
I think our skills gap has a lot to do with the exposure that different young people get, the messages they're told about what's for them and what's not, the spaces they're invited into, and also their margin for error. How do we widen the lanes, put up the guardrails, and allow young people to discover those skills within themselves?
These mentoring programs can help young people get a foothold in the labor market. It's not just what you know, but who you know, and I think these mentors can be connectors to opportunities. We're hoping to engage millions of people in trying to not just leave a legacy, but actually live one through improving the prospects of the next generation. And in the process, to become role models for that next generation as they grow older, to continue to give back and invest in the future.